100% wrong. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to be reviewing a video by Broscience Life. Hilarious YouTube channel where they're hilarious but true. It's often true what they're saying. The video is called How to Tell If Someone's on Them Dare Steroids. Essentially, the video is going to cover how can you tell if somebody's actually taking something just by looking at them. Or can you? Is it possible or is it not possible? Obviously, sometimes you can. It's very obvious. But for the most part, can you actually tell if someone's natty or not natty? Follow along, see if you can learn a thing or two about them dare steroids.
Could this be due to hard work, a well-planned training program, a strict diet regimen? Well, the short answer is yes. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever.
And the funny thing is, he's kind of right. Most people are going to go on YouTube and say, you got to eat this way and train this way. And if you do that, you're going to look amazing, get your dream physique. And when Coach Greg goes out and does a video and says, no, you really need amazing genetics or PDs. And it's not just working harder than last time to get that amazing physique. People say, no, you're a hater. Literally, so many people are taking steroids or PDs that we've lost all perspective on what you can achieve naturally, who's taking them, who's not taking them, and so on. Even if someone looks like complete garbage, they still might be on steroids. So yeah, it's pretty easy to tell in some cases, but for the most part, most people on steroids, you would never know.
But first, a word from our sponsor, me.
And I love it, he's his own sponsor. Reminds me of Coach Greg saying, buy my freaking cookbook. Don't need sponsors when you can sponsor yourself.
30% off everything starting Wednesday.
Do you notice he talks a little bit different? Reminds me of Coach Greg. Coach Greg has a weird kind of voice, but you remember it is funny. I love listening to him talk. It just reminds me of somebody funny. I think he's an amazing actor. He's doing a real good job in explaining his information in an entertaining fashion. I want to watch his videos. And frankly, if he had more videos, he probably would have been in my top 10 video list, but he doesn't post as often as last time.
First rule of identifying somebody on steroids is if they look like they're on steroids, then they are.
The first part, it's true in almost 99% of circumstances. If somebody looks like they're not natural, they've got so much muscle, they're shredded, the veins are flowing everywhere, they're probably not natural. 99% of the time, you're going to be right. So if you want to bet, you're making money because most of the time, you'll be right.
If you have to ask if they're natty, then they're not.
The second part, however, 100% wrong. If you have to ask if they're natty, like, hey, are you on something you can't tell because they're not really that well developed? They still might be on steroids and they might be on more steroids than the freakzilla that you just saw that looks freaky. Just because you look like dog shit doesn't mean you're natural. More people on steroids look like garbage than people who look amazing. I know you don't want to hear that. Oh, it's in the comment sections already. Coach Greg, he's just saying that because he wants people to think he's natural. He's just downplaying the steroids because he wants everyone to think it's his genetics and his hard work. No, I just know better. I'm just smarter than you. Not my fault. Sorry, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is steroids, they do everything. They're making you amazing. They're going to make you better than last time. They're going to make you better than everyone. You're going to have thick skin and people are going to freak out every time they see you. You're going to bench press world records. But in reality, it's just going to make you a bit bigger. Yeah, of course it's going to make you bigger, going to have you more muscles, just not as many as you want and not getting you to your dream physique.
What would be the point of taking steroids and still looking like a natty?
The point of taking steroids is to look less like dog shit. You want to look like rabbit shit. A bit better formed, a bit nicer to the naked eye. If you're a 1 on 10 on the physique scale, 1 being dog shit and 10 being Chris Bumstead, and you take steroids and you move up from a 1 to a 2, that's an improvement. You're twice as good. It's still only a 2, but it's better than a 1. You might be natural and be a 5 on 10 and look way better than the steroid abuser who's a 2 on 10. So just because you take or abuse, PD steroids included, doesn't mean you're going to look amazing.
That'd be like cheating on a test but still getting a C so it doesn't look like you cheated. You could have got that C without cheating or studying.
And this cheating on a test analogy, the smart cheater, if they don't want to get caught, they're going to go from a 50-something to a 70-something. If you cheat too much and go from a 50 to 100, the teacher's going to get suspicious. No way did you write this. And they're going to call you out on it. You're going to get caught. So in the cheating analogy, no. Cheating a little bit is going to help you a little bit. If you're already a 90 student and you cheat and you go up to 100, the teacher can be like, oh, probably just studied extra hard this time. Same applies to sports. The fake natties on YouTube who are getting away with it, they don't cheat too much. Imagine a lifetime natty like Michael Hearn who only took HRT at low doses. He could still look amazing and probably get away with it. But if he's on test and trend and gains too much muscle, people are going to call him out on it and be like, no way you're not on those trend bologna sandwiches. So cheating a small amount, you actually could get away with it and be a fake natty. But if you take everything in the kitchen sink and you grow too much, it's too suspicious and you're a fake natty.
If you want to look like a squeezed nutsack, then you gotta hit the juice. Because the juice is worth the squeeze.
And if you think you can get that dick skin look just by taking steroids, not going to happen. You know how much suffering you need to do to get that shredded so that you can appear that lean? Just taking tests and PDs is not going to do it. You need to be in a calorie deficit. So yeah, you're thinking, wow, look at that person. Look how shredded they are. Clearly they're on steroids. Yeah, they might be. But just because you take what they are doesn't mean you're going to look anything close to what they do.
The goal of steroids is for people to look at you and dry heave out of admiration.
The goal of steroids to a competitive bodybuilder, yes, it would be the average civilian. They want to dry heave and throw up looking at you. Oh my God, what's wrong with that person? That is true. When you're a competitive bodybuilder, that is literally what you're trying to do. You're trying to look freakish, like there's something wrong with you. At least that's what I want. I wanted people to say, what is wrong? Why do you look like that? That's what I wanted. But to most users, the average person taking steroids, it's not to look like that. It's simply to look better than they are. They just want to look a little bit better. They want people to notice them. Wow, you look good. Hey, do you work out? Thanks, I do. I hit the gym 5 days a week. Thanks for noticing. You just want a man, woman, or circle friend to notice you, to fit in. You're sick of being teased and bullied. You might not like the way you look. You just want to look better so that you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Delts are called deltoids. Shoulders are called deltoids, aka delts, because they're shaped like a triangle.
Yes, it's 100% true. Verified by Coach Greg.
Is that true? Could be. I don't know if it's not true. So it must be true.
Exactly. If you don't know it's not true, it must be true. There's no proof it's not true. It must be true.
Now this right here is the shape of a natural delt. And this is the shape of a delt on juice.
And oddly enough, that delt, it's not from steroid injections. It's literally from hyaluronic acid or synthol or filler oils. Most of the muscles you see on the pro bodybuilders that just look weird, they're just too much muscle, it's too round. It's because it is. It's not actually muscle. It's like breast implants that look too good to be true. It's because they are too good to be true. They're breast implants. Same thing as the delts, the biceps, the back, any muscle. Name a muscle, there's probably something injected in there to make it look bigger and rounder than last time. And listen, you can literally be a natural athlete. You're natural. You're not on steroids. You passed the drug test. But you got oil filled up all over your body and have huge delts. Yeah, I'm natural. I don't take steroids. But you have filler, kind of like a women's bikini competitor. I'm not on steroids. I just have Botox lip filler and injections under my cheeks and breast implants, ass implants, and bazillion butt lifts and fat redistributed throughout my body, makeup, hair extensions. But I'm natural. But you take HRT, you're not natural. You are a cheater. I just have nothing natural in my human body. I'm literally a Barbie doll. But I'm natural because I'm not on hormones other than the birth control, estrogen and whatnot. I'm natural. But you're on 100 milligrams of HRT, you're a cheater. You ever think of that? You ever analyze that and think, how silly is it that a guy takes 100 milligrams of HRT, he's a cheater? But women can do anything they want, take anything, and it's perfectly acceptable.
And when a gym bro says, nah, I don't drink, it's not healthy, what he's really saying is it's not healthy to add even one more drink to this liver already overloaded with expired D-ball.
And it's kind of true. No, I don't drink. You know, it says, I don't do that unhealthy stuff. But meanwhile, they're taking in so many orals. It's the equivalent of getting drunk every single day of the week. So one more drink might put me over the edge. I better not have a drink. You know, I'm healthy. I don't drink. At least they're not drinking because there's only so much the human liver can withstand.
And unfortunately, steroids cannot grow you a personality.
Steroids, they don't make you smarter than last time. And they might actually make you make some bad decisions. Once you take steroids, I mean, let's face it. Once you start injecting things and taking weird pills, it opens up the door to doing a lot of other things. Not always the best of things either.
I'm gonna do it all. This is chalk, though. This is chalk.
And you know what's crazy? There's probably some bodybuilders out there who literally have done lines of chalk. They literally probably do it. I would bet someone out there has done lines of chalk in the gym, probably lines of creatine, and lines of everything else they can think of.
Upload a YouTube video. If they respond and deny it, then they're being defensive and acting out of roid rage. If they don't respond, then they're hiding and clearly guilty.
Exactly. When Coach Greg makes a comment or video about somebody saying he's lying about his HRT or his PD use, I'm clearly doing that to cover it up. I'm clearly doing it to cover up. And if I ignore it, like if I didn't make the video and didn't do the comment, it clearly means I'm just hoping it'll go away because I avoid responding so that it goes away because they got me. So in other words, if I make a comment or video, it's because I'm guilty. And if I don't make a comment or video, it's also because I'm guilty. It's called a catch-22. Remember learning that in grade 10? Catch-22 situation. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's no good way around it. So oftentimes I feed the mosquitoes because when you feed the mosquitoes, the more of them buzz around. And it creates controversy. And people start talking about you. And then you get more controversy and more people talking about you. Then there's videos over here and there. And then all of a sudden you're more talked about than last time. And guess what that does? Brings people to your channel. So people, they think they got me, but they don't know. The mosquitoes or haters, they're making me more popular than last time. So please keep writing in the comment section. Well, we don't like Coach Greg's videos anymore. He sucks. He's horrible. He's the worst YouTuber ever. Thank you. You just made me that much better. Thanks for helping the algorithm.
Either way, you get something even better than steroids. Clout. Clout is like steroids for your ego.
Exactly. Clout is like steroids for the ego. Gonna boost it up. The more haters talking about you, it's just more compliments. Because imagine this. You're actually worth people hating. People go out of their way to watch your video and comment. It affects them so much they have to take time out of the day to watch your video and comment. Think of how much a compliment that is. And it's helping me. It's giving me more clout.
Now, if they say they're lifetime natty, that means they've been taking steroids so long that being on juice is their natural way of life.
It sounds like Mike O'Herney's a lifetime natural. He's been saying he's a lifetime natural his whole life. When you've been a lifetime natural for long enough, being not natural actually means you're natural because it's just how you are. You've been on for so many years that it actually feels like you're natural. You forget what it's like to not be natural because you've been unnatural your whole life.
4 times natural bodybuilding champion means you've been natural just 4 times in your life.
And yes, that's actually right. You might actually just be cycling off what you were taking for those 4 times in your life. The rest of the year, you're not natural, but for that competition, you had to be.
The more natty you say you are, the less natty you actually are. It's like cheating on your goal. The more times you have to swear you're not cheating is directly correlated to the amount of Tinder pinning you're doing.
It reminds me of Coach Greg. There's a direct correlation between the number of videos you've watched by me and increase in muscle mass, decrease in body fat, proven by science. A meta-analysis was done by Baby Nikki and Gert, proving this to be the case.
Good girl.
The more insecure you are, the more you're going to be convinced someone is cheating, even if they're not.
Exactly. When you're insecure, anyone bigger than you gotta be on steroids. But if you're really secure, they're not cheating on me. Why would they do that? You can see somebody bigger than you and be like, nope, they're still natural. So if you're really secure like Coach Greg, you can look at somebody bigger and better and say, yeah, that person actually believed they're natural. But if you're like Philly on, anybody with any kind of muscle has to be on PEDs, right, Philly on? That's how it works, because anyone more developed than you, they're obviously not natural. The problem is, you're actually going to be right 99% of the time, because the people that look like they're on steroids, most of the time they are. But there's always going to be those with elite level genetics, freaky genetics, better genetics than me. And they're able to get freakishly amazing physiques while being natural. Not to the extent of looking like Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, but they can still look better than most.
New videos, every purchase at DonMerch.com will help ensure I can continue to make YouTube videos extremely infrequently and still have a job.
And why is it that he's making these videos so infrequently? I don't get it. There's only like one a month. What are you doing with your free time? And that's a wrap. Hopefully now you can tell if somebody's on the juice or not. And ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IB Pro. The usual bloops are over there. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, buy my freaking cookbook, and buy this guy's merchandise, follow his channel, tell him to make more videos than last time. And until next time, I'm out. And that's it. Hopefully, and that's it.